Hey you guys, this is Fabio Hart coming back with another video. What I want to talk about in this video is just residential cleaning, okay? So I get asked often, I don't talk as much about it because that's not really like the driving force, but I do have residential cleaning contracts, and a lot of times people say, well, Fabio, residential is my thing, that's all I'm doing now. How do you get apartment complexes, and how do you get like move in, move out jobs? Just how do you get like homes to clean? And to be honest, this day and age right now, most of my jobs come through off of referrals. So somebody then told somebody about my service, how we clean, what we do, and then we'll go ahead and get the job, right? So a lot of times that's how I get a lot of my new contracts. There's some other things that I do. I'm not going to go into specifics here because I leave that for my coaching, but I got pretty much the system down pack in regards to picking up newer residential cleaning. But what I will tell you right now, my big thing is Facebook advertising. Facebook advertising, it really works really well for me. I wouldn't tell you that if it didn't. That's just doing the sponsor ads, advertising on Facebook, right? Building that traction. If you do decide to go that route, I would say run your ad for at least 6 weeks or better. So and it's really not that expensive, but put a campaign together where you run that ad. I don't care if you pointing them to call you, if you're pointing them to your website, if you're pointing them to a video. I don't care which way that you point them. Ultimately, you need them to take action. You need them to contact you somehow. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind when you putting your ad together for your Facebook, sponsor ads, your Facebook ads. Okay, keep that in mind. You want to have an irresistible offer on there, and you want to get them to pick up the phones and call. Also, in your ad, if you offer carpet cleaning, if you offer any other jobs with homes, because see, here's the thing. A lot of times, what'll happen is when you just put just straight residential cleaning, they may not be interested in residential cleaning, but they might be interested in window cleaning. They might be interested in carpet cleaning, some type of floor care, right? You can also let them know in your ad that you also do, basement clean outs and garage clean outs, different things like that. Car detailing, if you're into that, cleaning out the car and that type of thing, right? These are some add-on things that you can add in your ad to let them know, because if they're not interested in one thing, they can utilize you for another thing. And once you do a good job, the cool thing about a residential client is once you do a good job, they may not hire you on a consistent basis, right? They might just want to try you out. Okay. What I will say is the greedy become the needy. The greedy become the needy. So don't try to mark up the price 100%, right? Give them a fair price, right? Land the job, get your feet wet, okay? Execute. Do a terrific job, and they will call you back. And this is just for the residential jobs, the homeowners. Now, the way that I pick up a lot of, to be honest, and this could be costly, but the way I pick up a lot of move in, move out apartment clean outs is still door to door. Although my favorite thing to do is direct mail with them. Direct mail, I tend to get a pretty good response. Sending them a flyer, sending them a sales letter, I tend to get a pretty good response. You can try that route. Again, it might be different in different sections of the country, different regions or whatever, but you can give that a shot and see how it worked for you. Again, the envelopes, the flyers themselves, the postage, that stuff will rack up pretty fast, right? If you're trying to really get out there, okay? Outside of that, what I would suggest that you do is definitely door to door. I have found that cold calling don't work as effective for whatever reason, just doesn't work as effective for me. That doesn't mean it won't work for you. You can give it a try. When I do the cold calling, I tend to do that more or less for commercial sites, okay? I have done it for apartments, but I don't get the response that I'm looking for. But when I go door to door and when I send out the mailings, I tend to get a better response. Another thing that you guys can do too is get door hangers made. Okay, get door hangers. Now this is going back to the homeowners, right? And Same thing, go knock doors, let them know that you leading expansion in that area. You have expansion in this specific area. You know, you just want to know if they would be interested in a residential cleaner. You know, you want to pick a nice section, obviously, of your city, right? You want to pick where the homes are around about the same value, right? You want to pick a nice section, go door to door, okay? Knock doors, see if you can contact the homeowner. If you don't, just leave a door hanger right there on the door. I've talked about this on other videos, but I'm just telling you guys what I do. It's really, really simple. They're some of the easiest accounts to pick up. They also, to be honest, on the opposite side, they could be some of the most difficult people. Okay, homeowners can be some of the most difficult people. Okay, you also want to have a checklist with them because you want to be very precise in what it is you supposed to do and need to do for them. Because if you do one little thing wrong, they're about ready to put a complaint out on you, right? They say, oh, this person didn't do this or they didn't do that. So you want to alleviate that. You want to have a checklist. Make sure they sign off on it and date it. You sign off and date it yourself. Okay, so you definitely want to have that in place. Like I say, is a lot of money to be made in that. You can make whatever you want to make. You know, I kind of don't even want to throw out any figures. I mean, if you're looking to make 1,000 a week, 2,000, 3,000 a week, it's all doable. Trust me, it's all doable. I would suggest you get like door magnet for your car. Drive around your city, you know, in those nicer areas, because when you pull up, you know, people, they're going to see that on your car. You know, you can have a door magnet on the front, the back, wherever, right? However you need to do it. You can get your car wrapped if you want to do that, right? You just want to cause that visibility, because once the neighbors see that Mrs. Johnson have a cleaner and this car pulls up all the time, you have your door magnet on, you're going to be in the house cleaning and wiping blinds and vacuuming and all of that, and your phones will be going off, right? People will be calling you, inquiring about your service. So you want to kind of create that visibility, okay? Again, it's paramount that you guys do that. I know that from experience, right? So again, my ways to pick up residential cleaning accounts and apartment accounts is, like I say, is different. For residential, I tend to feed off of Facebook, right? I do my Facebook ads, run that campaign for at least 6 weeks. Okay, see what type of traction you get off of that. Again, you need to have an irresistible offer. You need to have an offer where it will make them want to pick up the phones and call you right away, right? At least inquire about it, so you could come and talk to them and maybe do a walkthrough as to what they need done and that type of thing. Again, also be open to other jobs, okay? Because sometimes they will say, well, do you guys do car detail or car clean outs or basement clean outs, or do you guys move things out of the house, you know, like a moving service type of thing? Do you guys do garage? I'm telling you what I know, okay? So you might want to align yourself with haulers, you know, people that haul junk. You might want to align yourself with people that might do car detailing if you're not going to do it, right? So that's what I learned early on, even on the commercial side. When I'm in apartments, you'll get this a lot of times in apartments too. You'll be cleaning, getting an apartment up, just doing general cleaning, and they'll ask you, do you do window cleaning, right? Again, you can source it out or you can learn to do it yourself, right? A lot of times they'll ask you, do you paint? Okay, because the place need to be painted. They might, you know, have the material for you to paint or whatever, but they don't necessarily have painters. So they might ask you guys, hey, do you guys do painting? So that might be a way that you can go ahead and source that out, or, you know, do research on how to be, you know, a great painter, right? Same thing with extermination. Trust me, I'm just telling you guys what I know. And this goes for both apartments and residential, right? You might be in a residential home. They might ask you, do you do hauling? Hey, I have a stuffy basement. I want to move some junk out of the basement. Do you guys haul? Okay. Again, you can align yourself with a hauler, right? Or, you know, do some research about junk removal or hauling, right? And that's extra money that you can bill them, because that's like an extra service, okay? That's it, providing that you did a cleaning and they need you to do something else. But again, like I say, you're going to get all type of things, and you will see what I'm saying. Once you start doing the Facebook advertising, once the calls start coming in, right? Find out who your target market is. Go into the nicer areas of your city, right? Just knock doors the same way. You can knock doors. Once you start getting some traction, like I say, once you start getting the traction and doing a great job, you're going to start getting people to give you recommendations. They're going to start referring other people to you. Now, one thing that I don't do that I suggest that you do is set up a Yelp account, right? Set up a Yelp account and have your people, whether it's Yelp, Google reviews, or whatever, have your people leave reviews about your, well, you can do it for commercial too, but on your residential, because a lot of times when people are looking for a company like yours to come and move trash and clean out basements and clean out garages and whatever the case is, right? Paint, whatever the case is, you have a Yelp account and you have great stellar reviews, that will sell your company within itself. A lot of people forget to do that. You want to ask for them. You don't necessarily want to tell them which way to review, because people might choose to go on Google and do a review instead of going to Yelp, right? So however you want to do it, but you should get some level of a review, whether it's a video testimony that they send you, whatever the case is, right? You want to get some level of a review, okay? Because it'll look good on your part and that will sell itself, okay? So again, I don't do that as much, but I would suggest that you do that, okay? I would tell you, I probably got too comfortable. I have reoccurring clients, you know, that we clean for. We have a ton of apartment complexes that we clean, apartment buildings that we clean. So I've talked about that on other videos. Like I say, this is some of the quickest money that you can make. So if you're watching the video and you're having a struggling time, you say, Fabio, I want to do commercial. I'm just not, it's not effective for me. I hear what you're saying and I believe it works. It's just not working for me. Then jump over to residential. And I'm willing to gamble, if you stay at it long enough, you will get some homes, okay? And if you execute at the highest level, you will get referrals. They will refer other people to you. The next thing you know, your phone is going to be ringing and you're going to be getting referrals. Also, take advantage of that Facebook advertising. Have an irresistible offer. Have a call to action, right? You need them to pick up the phone and contact you immediately. Or you want to have some type of link within your advertisement that'll direct them directly to your website, right? If you have a website, okay? So all of these things go hand in hand, and this is what will help build your system. So this is going to be the video for today, guys. Again, I was talking about apartments, apartment clean outs, and dealing with residential, how to pick up the clients. You know, again, I talk more about how to keep the clients, how to get them as a reoccurring client for residential. I talk a lot more about that on my coaching and stuff like that, and I've talked about that on other videos too, if you guys want to go and check them out. But like I say, you do need that irresistible offer on both ends, whether you're doing apartment clean outs or whether you're doing just residential cleaning, right? Again, thing about apartment clean outs, it'll keep you busy too. It'll keep you busy, right? You do a good job, you go in there, execute, and it's just minor work, guys. It can be hard. Usually people tell me the kitchen, the appliance is the hardest thing to do in the entire house. Other than that, the house is empty. You vacuum, you wipe down. It really don't take that long. Your kitchen is probably going to be the longest, give and take, depending on how nasty the people are. Okay, your kitchen will probably be the longest because you got to do the oven, you got to do the stove, you got to do the refrigerator, right? The countertops, you got to mop real good. You got to really get it together. Okay, and I'm talking about it in the move outs, right? As you get the units ready for, you know, for new occupants. Okay, same thing with the residential. Okay, you want to go in there and you want to do it at the highest level. Just be very, very careful. Be vigilant to how people leave their stuff, because if you move the shoe and you move it an inch to the left or 2 inches to the right, sometimes in residence, sometimes those people can be very, very picky. Well, you didn't put my candy dish the way you found it, or you forgot to do this. So be very, very vigilant, okay? Because everybody home is different and you're dealing with different personalities. Also, people ask me all the time, Fabio, who should I hire to do these jobs. If you're doing apartments, clean outs, cleaning empty units, it really doesn't matter, okay? If you're doing the apartment clean outs. If you're doing residential, I would suggest that you use a woman, okay? Because logically thinking about it, a lot of times men and women alike prefer a woman to clean their home than they do a male to clean their home, okay? Now, it's not impossible, and I'm not telling you to be, sexist or anything. I'm just telling you that a lot of times these homeowners feel a lot comfortable with the woman cleaning their home than with the male. But it's not impossible, okay, to have a male. It's not impossible. Okay, so if you say, well, I got a male and that's all I have right now, then that's all you have right now. Use that person. Just make sure that person is professional at the highest level. You represent your company well. Make sure they're all in uniform. Make sure everybody working as a unit, okay? So again, guys, this is just a quick little video I wanted to put out talking about residential and apartment cleanouts. Have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave it on the video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. Outside of that, if you have any further questions about anything, you can always email me at Hollywoodjanitorialserv.com. Hollywoodjanitorialserv@gmail.com. I'm sorry. Hollywoodjanitorialserv@gmail.com. So you can email me, whatever, and I'll try to help you guys out. That's going to wrap it up. Take care, guys.